Hello and welcome to MagicMingle, where we bring classic stories to life with a modern twist. Our goal is to help you improve your English while enjoying timeless tales from around the world. Today, we're diving into a classic story by Anton Chekhov called Fat and Thin. This short but powerful story is about two childhood friends who meet unexpectedly at a train station after many years. At first, they're happy to see each other, laughing and reminiscing about the good old days. But as they catch up, the conversation takes a surprising turn. One friend has become very successful and holds a high-ranking position, while the other has struggled in a lower-paying job. The gap in their social status starts to change how they treat each other, showing us how success can sometimes affect friendships. In this modern retelling, we'll use simple, clear English to help you understand the story, its characters, and the message Chekhov wanted to share about human nature and society. So, stay tuned, follow along, and let this story help you not only practice your English but also explore the deeper meaning behind these classic friendships. Don't forget to watch till the end. There's so much to learn. At the train station, two old friends, one fat and the other thin, ran into each other unexpectedly. The fat man had just finished a hearty meal, and his shiny lips gleamed like ripe cherries, smelling of fancy cologne and wine. The thin man had just stepped off the train, burdened with multiple bags and boxes. He smelled like ham sandwiches and stale coffee. Behind him were his wife, a woman with a sharp chin, and his son, a tall, gangly boy who squinted with one eye. "Misha," the fat man shouted when he saw the thin man. "Is that really you? It's been so long. How many years has it been?" "Good heavens!" exclaimed the thin man. "Misha, my childhood buddy, where did you come from?" The two old friends kissed each other on the cheeks 3 times, their eyes filling with happy tears. They both stood there, overwhelmed with joy. "This is incredible," the thin man said, still in shock. "I didn't expect this. Take a good look at me, just as handsome as I used to be, right? Just as charming. How are you? How's life treating you? Have you made it big? Are you married? As you can see, I have a family now. This is my wife Louise. Her maiden name was Vansenbach, she's Lutheran, and this is my son Nathanael. He's a 3rd-year student. Nathanael, say hello to my childhood friend." Nathanael hesitated for a second, then took off his cap politely. "Do you remember how they used to tease us in school?" the thin man continued. "They called you Herostratus because you burned a hole in your book with a cigarette, and they called me Ephialtes because I used to rat people out. Those were the days, huh? Don't be shy, Nathanael. Step forward and say hello. Oh, and did I mention? This is my wife Louise of Lutheran faith." Nathanael, still unsure of what to do, moved back behind his father. "So, tell me, my friend," the fat man asked eagerly, "what have you been up to? Are you working? What position do you hold?" "Oh, absolutely," the thin man replied enthusiastically. "I've been a collegiate assessor for 2 years now, and I even received the Stanislav Medal. The pay isn't great, but we make it work. My wife teaches music, and I've started carving wooden cigarette cases on the side. I sell them for ₹1 each, and if someone buys in bulk, I give them a discount. We're doing all right. I used to be a clerk, but I've just been promoted to head clerk here. I'm going to work in the same department. And you? I bet you're a civil counselor now, right? The fat man chuckled warmly. No, no, my friend. I've gone a little higher than that. I'm a privy councillor now. I've got 2 stars to my name. The thin man's face immediately went pale, and his body stiffened. After a brief pause, he broke into a massive grin, but it was strained and awkward. He began squirming and bowing in an exaggerated way. His bags and boxes seemed to shrink along with him. His wife's long chin grew even longer, and Nathanael stood up straighter, fastening every button on his jacket. Your Excellency, the thin man said, his voice shaking with excitement. I'm absolutely thrilled to be in the presence of such a great man. Who would have thought that my old school friend would rise to such heights? Come on now, the fat man frowned. What's with the formalities? We were friends as kids, and there's no need for this nonsense. Oh, but how can I not, Your Excellency? The thin man said with an overly sweet tone, bowing even lower. Your attention is like a gift from above. This is my son, Nathanael, and my wife Louise, a Lutheran, as I mentioned before. The fat man was about to protest, but the look of exaggerated reverence on the thin man's face was nauseating. He quickly turned away, offering his hand for a parting handshake. The thin man carefully grasped the fat man's fingertips, bending his whole body as he did so. His wife smiled awkwardly, and Nathanael nervously scraped his foot against the ground, accidentally dropping his cap. All 3 stood there, overwhelmed and stiff.
Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, and share our channel Magic Mingle with your friends to enjoy more magical stories.